I got curly hair today. Ooh. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, and we are continuing our best of 2020 in drugstore category. Today it is eyes. Oh my gosh, yes, and I'm actually wearing what I'm going to talk about, which I love that, right? Don't we all? Ooh, you guys, I have the wrong hoop to turtleneck ratio. My hoops are sticking in my turtleneck. So let's talk my favorite eye product launches for 2020 in drugstore makeup. Let's go jump to eyeshadow, and I'm wearing them, so I thought that would help. Let's start with the Milani. These shadows are incredible. Milani always does excellent eyeshadows, but these I love so much. I have at least 2 of them. These are their most wanted is the name of them. They're just 6 shades and they're perfect. So this one is called the Burning Desire, and then this one is Partner in Crime, and this one is like neutral satins, like a little bit matte and satin, whereas this one has a little bit of some metallics. This one is your neutral lover's dream, and especially with like cool to neutral, whereas like this is warm. You can see I'm wearing this one, and I have a couple other products on that I'll show you as well. But the fun thing about this particular one is I thought personally it was a great dupe to the Charlotte Tilbury Easy Eye palette. This one right here, this is 6 shades, and it's pretty popular. I got it as a gift with purchase kind of thing for Charlotte Tilbury. It's beautiful. $52 I think, and these are 10. I think these are 10. These are 10 or under. So, you know, for me, I'm just so happy with this that I never reach for my Charlotte Tilbury. And also feel like I didn't get very many high-end palettes. I focused on drugstore, of course, my channel, but I just enjoyed so much of what came out this year. And one of those is, it's got a clearance sticker. I don't know why my Target had this on clearance. Maybe this was returned. It was sealed though, so. But this is the Maybelline Nudes of New York. I'm not a fan of Maybelline shadows overall. So they're little shadows, they're the nudes palettes they've created. I think I liked the grape soda or the lemonade. That was pretty good, but overall they're just kind of like, I don't get very excited for them. Whereas this one I think was fabulous this year. It had excellent pigmentation, it was smooth, it was blendable, it had neutrals, it had warms, cools, mattes, shimmers. It was a really good, excellent, you could have this palette and be quite satisfied. You could take it with you. You could have, nobody traveled in 2020. I mean, you know what I mean. But it really is good on its own. It stands on its own. You don't need an extra palette for a transition shade or something to just kind of zhuzh it up. It has such great potential and longevity, flexibility. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, I'm not gonna not say the bite size from e.l.f. Everyone's talking about these, and for good measure. These are fabulous. Is this the pumpkin one? Yes. This one, and I think it's called Cream and Sugar, are so good. e.l.f. is killing it. I keep saying that, and it's true. These bite size are $3. You can get every shade if you want, every shade selection. There is not a dud in the mix. They're all good, cruelty-free, you know, e.l.f. affordable. I am wearing, I popped in one of the brown shades of this in the crease just to kind of give myself a little more depth. I just was playing, you know. I don't know if Wet n Wild came out with new, I think they came out with new palettes of these this year. I can't tell you the names of them. Were they for, or was that last Halloween? Oh shoot, I don't remember. These are always so good. So if you're ever in a pinch and you can't find the Milani or the e.l.f., you'll never go wrong with these Wet n Wild 10 palette shadows. I don't know which ones are new this year, so I feel like I can't really talk a lot about them, but I didn't want to not say, because they're just, you know, holy grail. And this isn't from the drugstore, but it's affordable, and it's the Alter Ego Artemis palette. They sent this to me. I love Alter Ego. I have all their palettes. They're gorgeous. I have a discount code. It is a phenomenal palette. This is, I mean, if you're not into brown and green and gold, don't get it. But if any of these shades are like, ooh, those are pretty, get it. $16 before my discount. Oh, LA girl, oh, they did it too. They have several of these. They had like the Pro palette. It depends on where you're shopping and what is available, but they're all good. So this is the Break Free, and it has all, look at me with all my oranges. I didn't mean to do that. This is the one I grabbed. There's also there's one that has more mauves and plums, but they also have 2 Pro palettes that came out, and those are fabulous as well. Super affordable and just super good. Super good. Is that even like, but they're so amazing. So excited about these products this year. But the L'Oreal Brilliant Eyes Cream Shadow, Liquid Cream Shadow, I'm wearing, this is the gold. Yeah. This is shade Crystal Shine, and I am actually wearing this. Look at that. Look at that. I love how creamy these are. I love how opaque these are. I love that they dry. They don't feel sticky. They don't crack. They don't feel weird on your eyelid. I put this on and then I let it get kind of tacky. And then I put the shadow from the Milani palette, this gold shadow, and I just tap that with my finger over it to just give it some real good shimmer and, you know, like bam. And then another winner for liquid drugstore was the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Lid Paint. I got a couple shades. I want to get more. For me, they're hard to find. I don't see them on my shelf in my drugstore, but they are so good. They are, you know, they wear well, they feel good, they're affordable. So CoverGirl really, really killed it with these. And L'Oreal killed it with these. I have one eyeliner, you guys, Wet n Wild. This is their breakup proof, waterproof retractable liner. I don't wear this all the time because it is actually so long wearing that it sticks around a couple days. With micellar water, with my makeup eraser, like anything. I'm like, if I tightline with this, I will have, you know, smudgy eyes for a couple days, which isn't a bad thing. But yeah, so it's good, and then it's kind of like, holy mackerel, it's like a little too good, but it works great. It's super, it's soft, like, oh, it's so soft I broke it. So it's soft, it stays put, and super affordable. Wet n Wild, you know, I mean, honestly, 99% of the time, you're gonna win. You're gonna win with Wet n Wild. I should write their marketing, you guys. 2 eyebrow products that I always find myself reaching for. One is this doll face. This is the Sculptress brow pencil in the shade Taupe. And I'm not sure when Dollface launched this particular product, but Dollface only just showed up in my Rite Aid this year, so I'm considering this new. I really like it. It has that like nice, dense, you know, when you want to go for a more dramatic drawn on eyebrow. And I like the way this taupe is very, it has kind of a gray when I want to look more neutral. Because sometimes, for instance, like this particular one from NYX, which I love as well, this is the NYX Fill and Fluff. And it is, they came out with this. Did they come up with this year, or was it 2019? Because it was in the Allure. Who cares? So it has this little brush here, which is kind of a funny little brush instead of a spoolie. This is the shade Blonde, and sometimes this is a little warm, but I do love how it's that perfect, you know, bit of, it's waxy, it's it has a wide surface area, and you can really fill it in, but it's not like too dark. And yeah, so I really enjoy those. These are my like, okay, what did I find in 2020 that I liked for brows? And I think they're new releases. The e.l.f. Brow Wow liquid brow gel is fabulous, but that was not launched this year. So I have so many mascaras for 2020 from the drugstore that I love. I think these are all of them. There's plenty here if I didn't name them all, but I feel like they just, oh, way to go, right? All right, let's start with Essence. I always love an Essence mascara. They came out with What the Fake. It's a fiber mascara. It's so good. When you first get it out of the tube, you think it's a little bit dry and you think it's kind of like, but work with it and you will love it. I know when I talked about this a few times before, I said I didn't like it. And then one of you said, no, you gotta try it. You're gonna love it. And now I'm here to tell you guys that. So if you bought this and you thought, well, it's just sort of okay, work with it and you will love it. So it's very thick, very, you know, it gives you that long length with those kind of fibery things, but not bad, but just like, oh, if you like dramatic. Also, if you like dramatic, the L'Oreal Air Volume is so good. Some folks are kind of like, well, I'm a huge fan of Lash Paradise, or I'm a huge fan of the Voluminous. And so it's a little bit like the two combined. I'm not necessarily loyal to either of those. I do like them. But I really do like this one. Like the brush is so dense, and I feel like when I want to just kind of get in there and just get it thick, I like this. It's good. It's good. And then Maybelline, you guys, I just talked about the Sky High. I really do like this. This is if you want lengthening. If you want something that, look at this is still here. It's gonna be here for days. The Maybelline Sky High just came out, and it's got the plastic bristles. It's got a flexible brush. It really, really gets in there to get the length of your lashes. It doesn't have like the fibery build-on stuff, but it just does lengthen them. It separates them. It doesn't make them spindly. You can add more coats without it getting clumpy. So it's really good. It's $11, which I think is pretty expensive for Maybelline mascara, considering they're the ones for, you know, like, oh, the $6 Great Lash or whatever. But it's, you know, it's good. And then the Falsies lift that they came out with this year, I love this. I layer this with other mascaras, high-end, drugstore, whatever. I kind of consider this instead of a lash primer, which, you know, I could go there because I could really add more steps to my life, but I like to put this on first and kind of just push the base of my lashes and just really work it up, and then go in with other really dramatic, voluminous mascaras. This claims that it, you know, helps the lashes to lift, and I think it does. I think it does give kind of this lifting effect of just a slight, just that kind of, not a curl, but just that, you know, and it's good. It also just, you don't even have to do my trick. You can just use it on its own, and it's got a really good, dramatic, like thick effect, and it's nice. It's really nice. And then last, because if you're interested in cruelty-free and products, because Maybelline and L'Oreal are not, and CoverGirl being cruelty-free, also so many people love this Lash Blast in the original formulas, and they came out with clean. You know, I don't know what that means. It's like, if you're gonna make a product that is claiming to be clean and you already have a formula originally, what the heck is in your formula that shouldn't be in it? And maybe just ditch that. I don't. So this has the same principle of the previous Lash Blast formulas, and it has this giant, you know, brush, and it's like the brush, it's around is the what do you call that, diameter is thick, with the bristles being short, and they're that plastic pokey kind. And so I think that it gets in there, and it really gets those little baby lashes that are at the base, and it's nice and natural. This removes easily. This is, you know, has more work to wash off. So if that matters for you too, but it's a good one. It really is. So tons of good stuff this year. I'm gonna list everything below. Let me know what you think is awesome, and what your faves were, if you tried any of these this year and you agree. So I wanna hear about it. Give this video a thumbs up if you can, because you can, that's not hard. And subscribe if you haven't already. There's the red box thing. If you're on a desktop, there's your phone. If there's something, I put it in the description box. I've got places to subscribe. So just subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure you're subscribed if you subscribed to me before, because people have been saying YouTube unsubscribes them. Thanks, YouTube. And that's everything. So I hope you're enjoying this series. I've got more to come, and I hope you're well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.